Welcome to episode 3 of the Blasian Titan Nation podcast. This will be focused on food, and I'll be talking about NOODS. All right, my history with them, why I love them, my favorite type of NOODS, and we're gonna go back into the history. All right, of why I love them. Just sit back and relax, okay? Because I'm about to go balls deep into this topic, and boy, I am gonna go balls deep. Okay, you hear that? I'm going balls deep. And I'm going to do my first slurp of the stream and of the podcast, actually. So all you listeners out there, enjoy the sound of me slurping these NOODS. These NOODS are brought to you by Hoya, Ho-Ya, and they're the pho kind, all right? I think this is a Vietnamese company. Let's see where it's manufactured. It is Rand Foods Inc. Oh, damn. Okay, so it's a product of Vietnam. It's a product of Vietnam. That's why it's so good. Well, I'm not surprised. It's pho. Pho. Not faux. Pho. You know, I tried slurping these noodles with the silver or the stainless steel chopsticks, but you can't grip them. These are rice noodle. And the way to do it is with these wooden chopsticks. But I highly recommend these noodles. Pho is my go-to meal. Man, I swear, on my Instagram, I have more pho pics than anything. Allow me to take you all back, okay? And just listen. Listen to my voice. Allow me to go into the history of why I love noodles. When I was a kid, way back then, I was into this brand called Mr. Noodles. That was my brand. Every single flavor as a kid growing up, whether it be the beef flavor, original flavor, there's a seafood flavor, did not matter. Chicken flavor, man, I would get all of them. I would get all flavors. It doesn't matter what it was. If it had Mr. Noodles on the package, I would get it. I would buy it. I would beg my mom to get it. Every time we went grocery shopping to get some rice at a Chinese store, my mom, I'm telling you, rice. When it comes down to it, you cannot have a meal without rice. I wasn't big on rice as a kid, to be honest. I wasn't too much into it. But the NOODS were my thing. Rice was a huge thing, especially with my mom. She would make me carry this 2-pound bag of rice. I don't know if anybody watched Joe Coy, his stand-up special, when he explained how his mom raised him. But that shit is accurate as fuck. That shit is so accurate. It is crazy. It is crazy how accurate it is. And I mean, I remember as a kid, we never went to a Filipino market or like Filipino store to get food or to get rice. It was always a Chinese market. It was never Filipino. We always go, like I remember it would always be after church. After church, my mom would drive me to this Chinese grocery store. We go inside. We get bags of rice. I always beg her to get some Mr. Noodles, and they were cheap. They were like 50 cents each. You know, she would always get like the big, 20-pack, 24-pack. But the thing is, when you get a big 24-pack of noodles, it's just one kind, you know? I wanted a variety of kinds, so I'm always like grabbing like 5 of each. 5 chicken flavor Mr. Noodles, 5 of beef flavor Mr. Noodles, 5 of the original Mr. Noodles, you know? And I just remember loving them. I love them more than rice. I would eat noodles with Spam, like egg noodles and Spam. That was my thing. You know, as a kid growing up, I mean, it was so easy to cook too. I think that was one of the first, foods that I cooked was noodles. It was so easy. You just boil water, put in the noodles inside of the water, let it boil, and then you're good. Yeah, it was high on sodium, right? But I didn't care as a kid. I didn't care. My favorite thing to do as a kid was cook the nudes, right? And then uh, put an egg, like crack an egg, and crack an egg inside the soup of the nudes, right? And just mix it. Just mix it. It will be I think it's called egg drop soup. I wasn't sure what it's called, but I remember just cracking an egg, putting it in there, and allowing it to cook, just stirring it up. And I mean, it was really good with the chicken flavor. The chicken flavor Mr. Noodles, I mean, those were paired well with the egg. But yeah, growing up, it was Mr. Noodles all the way. That's the inception. That's the inception. It wasn't just cooking them. It was eating them raw. I don't know if anybody else did this, but I ate noodles raw. Like out of the package, not even throwing them in the water. It was so unhealthy. It's not the way you're supposed to eat them. It's not. It's not the way you were supposed to eat them, I have to admit. Because all you got to do, take the package, right? You take the seasoning, open that shit up, pour that seasoning inside the package, right? And then you crunch it up, right? And then you shake it. Shake it like a shake weight. And then once you shake it, then you eat it. And like all the seasoning infused with all those nudes all up in there. And it was good. It's not how you're supposed to eat it. But hey, it's a fast way to eat something. It's like fast food. It's like chips. Instead of eating chips, you would eat nudes, right? Raw. But other than cooking them and eating them raw, I actually was bringing them to school, bringing them along with me as a snack. I wasn't into I back then I was into Nutella, right? I love Nutella back in the day, but I would be just bringing these nude packages with me and just eating them, on the bus, eating them at school, at lunch. And it was, again, you're not supposed to do that. I would never do that now. I would never take these and, add all the seasoning and package in there and just crush it all up and eat it. I couldn't do it, especially with the rice noodle. The thing is, with the rice noodle, you can't do that. You're supposed to put boiling water in here and let that shit melt and dilute and like let it cook, You're not supposed to eat this shit raw. But with flour noodles are different than rice noodle. It's just, I couldn't eat the rice noodle raw. It just doesn't taste good. I don't know if anybody ate rice noodle raw, but it does not taste good at all. Pho was my very first rice noodle dish that I've ever eaten. From what I can remember, I don't remember eating any other rice noodle, soup or dish. I don't remember. If it wasn't for eating pho, I would never learn how to, use chopsticks. I would never learn. My tita, who is my aunt, she brought me to this pho place, right? And I remember seeing my tita eat with chopsticks. I was like, why can't I do this? Why can't I eat with chopsticks? I want to eat with chopsticks too. And I tried. I failed. Nobody taught me. I was self-taught how to actually hold the chopstick. But this is before YouTube and all that shit. I didn't watch no tutorial. I didn't watch no show. I didn't watch nothing. There's some food items that you have to eat with chopsticks. I mean, it's kind of weird seeing people eat sushi with a fork. I don't know about everybody else here. But seeing people eat sushi with a fork, I don't know, man. It's weird. It is what it is. Everybody has their own ways of eating food. You know, if you can't use chopsticks, you can't use them. It's fine. It's okay. I might have to make ramen for dinner after this. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you know what? And that's a good segue. That's a good segue to some ramen talk because I never had ramen. I think the first time I had ramen was, I think I was watching some anime. I forget what anime. Maybe it was like Naruto or something like that. You know when you watch anime and they're always like slurping them noodles, like they got a big ass noodle bowl and they're just like you're like going to town with it, and you're like dipping the bowl up. I have to say I was influenced by that too. I think anime really influenced my love for nudes as well. I'm pretty sure anime really did it for me. We've all seen it. Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, Pokemon, I mean, you name it, Naruto. We've all seen someone, hold a bowl up and, get them chopsticks and start fucking, slurping that. It was great. It was great. It was great. It was great. I mean, my love for ramen really came from that. Seeing the bowl of ramen, because I never had ramen before. I thought ramen were just noodles. So I think my first experience with ramen was just the instant one. The instant one that you get at the store. And I didn't see no I didn't see no noodles, no ramen noodles at a Chinese store. I didn't see one. I forget where we got some. I forget where. It might have been at like a Canadian grocery mart or something, like No Frills or something. Out of Walmart, something like that. But it said ramen on the top. I forget what brand it was, but I had it and I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling it. It wasn't until I actually had real ramen that really that got me. I think the most authentic ramen that I had was in Vancouver when I was living there for 3 years. I went to Vancouver end of 2011, stayed there between 2012, went back beginning of 2015, and bro, the food in Vancouver is absolutely crazy. The Asian population in Vancouver, British Columbia as a whole, is astounding. Like, they got all the Asians over there. All types of them too. Filipino, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese. A lot of international students from Asia came over to British Columbia. For one, it's hot. And two, it never snows there. When it does snow there, it doesn't snow for that long. Maybe like an hour, maybe a day. For like the season, it just rains. That's it. It rains, it's humid, and it shines. That is it. I don't know if anybody here where are my fellow Canadians at? Is anybody here from British Columbia or ever been to British Columbia? Let me know. Jane says, bruh, anime makes ramen look so good with egg and everything. Yum. Exactly. Anime, when it comes to the food, gets me hungry. Like the sushi. Like, do you know the bento boxes? I didn't know about bento boxes until I watched anime. Like, I thought the bento boxes looked so good. But it's literally different types of food in this block. In this block thing. And you get to choose different types. There's shrimp, there's rice, there's egg, there's meat, there's some vegetable. I didn't know anything about bento until that. Some of my other favorite noodles have to be, I'm not gonna lie, I like beef chow mein. Beef chow mein noodles are one of my fave. I just love, I don't like dry noodles. I don't like it. You can't have dry. It's like having dry pasta. I just don't like dry noodles. I don't. I need like some sauce on them. I need them to be wet, wet and slurpy. You know, you gotta have wet and slurpy noodles. Got to. It's a must. It's a must. Okay, if you don't have wet and slurpy noodles, it's just boring. It truly is. It truly is just boring. Okay. So for the Filipino side, since I am half Filipino, you know, I gotta mention pancit because again, that is my favorite noodle dish, Filipino noodle dish. Okay, it's pretty much chow mein. It's pretty much chow mein, but with thinner noodles. All right, and there's a lot of vegetables, pork, maybe some chicken, all mixed in with it. Pancit is really good. It's really good. But when you squeeze that lime in there, squeeze some lime. Make sure you get like a little bit of citrus in those pancit noodles, and you Gucci. You Gucci. And going back to the beef chow mein, there's this place that I used to go to when I was a kid, man. Some of the best places or some of the best noodle places, only take cash. That's, if you go to a place that only takes cash, it's like cash only, no debit, no credit. It can either be legit or it can either be bad, but usually it's legit. I went to this place, they only took cash, and they made some of the best beef chow mein I have ever had in my life. They meant the way they sauced up them noodles, the way that they did their beef, the way that they did their broccoli. Oh man, it was such an ungodly combination. It was such a good combination. It was so good. Man, it makes me feel like I want to go back there. If I wasn't like a few towns away from that place, I'd go back there. It takes like an hour for me to get there. An hour, and they got like one location. It's like one of those like mom and pop shops. That's not even a franchise. They said like, okay, we're gonna build one, and that's it. This is it. This is our noodle shop. That is it. That is all. And man, I wish I can go back. I wish so badly that I can go back. I could, but again, an hour. I mean, I love my NOODS, but you really have to be triple S tier NOODS for me to drive an hour to go get them. Okay. There's a place, speaking of driving hours, there's a place that I used to drive to, and it was serving up the biggest bowl of pho you would ever eat. It wasn't a challenge, but it was advertised at the restaurant as like, this is the biggest bowl of pho in all of Ontario. And I was like, okay, cool. It's $50, and I was like, oh, okay. I told my wifey, because I looked it up online. This was like 6 years. This is before the pandemic. I'll never forget. This is before the pandemic. I told my wifey, I was like, hey, babe, we gotta hit this place up. We gotta go. I think it was called Ginger Pho or something like that. It was ginger pho. I was like, we gotta go. We gotta go to this place. It's offering this big bowl of pho for $50. We gotta go. She's like, okay, cool. She didn't really care, because I was the one driving. I was like, yeah, we're going. It was quite a drive too. Maybe an hour or 20 minutes or so. It was quite a drive. I was getting hungry. She was getting hungry. We got there, and that's the first thing I ordered. I ordered that right away. I didn't care what anything else was. I didn't even look at the menu. I'm like, I want the biggest bowl of pho you got. I want it. So we go to sit down, and I'll never forget when the server came out with this big ass bowl of pho. Just look up online or look up on YouTube like big bowl pho challenges or something. Just picture that. Just picture that being served to us two. And let me remind you all that you can't do this solo. You have to do it with somebody, right? You cannot do this. Oh, maybe I should have mentioned that. Sorry, I didn't mention that. You have to do this with two people. You are not allowed to order this by yourself. All right. Again, this is not a challenge. They did not offer this as a challenge. They offered it as a meal. They expected maybe 4 or 5 people to show up and order this large bowl of pho, and then we all share it together, which I'm pretty sure it'll be worth it. If you have 4 or 5 people with that big bowl of pho, whew. Okay, imagine, it's like 4 bowls in one. 4 extra large bowls of pho in one big ass bowl. And I remember it being served, and my wifey was like, she's like, okay. She looked at me like, are you gonna finish that? I'm like, well, you're gonna help me, right? You're gonna help me. And I'm like, okay. She was really nervous. She was really nervous. She knows, like, I can never take my wifey to an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Like, I can't. We have to go to a restaurant where we just eat like one thing, and that is it. And she's not a big eater, And when she does eat, she eats a lot very fast and gets full very fast, which is normal, right? But again, I'm bigger than her. So when she saw this big bowl of pho, she just got nervous. I said, don't worry. I'll eat the majority of it. You just chill out and don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll take, nephew. My nephew just popped into the chat here. But I will definitely take you. I don't know. Nemo doesn't even, Nemo's my niece, by the way. Nemo doesn't even eat that much. She doesn't look like she I can take you. Maybe you and your dad. Well, we'll leave the ladies out of it. Men can eat more. Men just, especially in my family, we just eat more than women do. I'm just saying. I don't know how much your older sister can eat, but I don't know if she can eat more than you. You can eat. Like I can eat. All right? I'm a eater. I love to eat. But yeah, anyway, this big bowl of pho, right, comes to our table, and I'm eating it, she's eating it, and we got to a point where, she was full. Maybe after, I don't know how many bites, but she was full. Korean fried chicken. Oh, hell yeah. You eat, man. We got to go to an all-you-can-eat Korean fried chicken place, nephew. But anyways, my wifey's already full. I'm still trying to work my way through it. We are not making waves. I'm not making any progress with this pho, right? It's not going anywhere. It's like probably it was full to the top, and maybe it's like three quarters down. It was a lot of noodles and a lot of broth. It was a lot of noodles, a lot of broth, a lot of beef, a lot of tripe, a lot of flank. It was crazy. So, she started nudging me and was like, when you start to get full, things start to happen. Like for me, when I start to get full, I start to cough. Maybe because like there's so much food that not enough air is escaping. But when I start to cough, she looks at me and she's like, yeah, you're full, motherfucker. You're full. We're going to take this to go. And I'm like, no. I can finish it. She's like, no. We're going to take this to go. You're coughing. I'm like, okay, fine. We ended up just taking it to go. It was a lot, though. It was a lot. I ended up paying the bill, tipping them nice, $50. It came out to like $55 or something. Worth it. I think the place is closed down now, but it was worth it at its time. If I was going to enter a food eating contest, it would be definitely a pho eating contest. I would like to do a pho challenge. I would love to do one. I'm pretty confident I can do it. It depends on the time. If you give me 15 minutes to finish a whole bowl of pho, it's like, and they serve it hot too, so it's hard to down. You know, it's bad enough you have to eat the noodles and the meat and then down the broth at the same time. But anyway, I would love to slurp the nudes in Hong Kong. I would love to they're pulled noodles, whatever you call them. Those thick noodles, those thick nudes. I would love to go to Hong Kong and slurp them nudes. Man, I would love to go to Japan and just morning, lunch, morning, afternoon, nighttime, whatever. I'll just eat ramen. Just gonna eat ramen. That's it. That's all I'm gonna eat. Ramen. Same with Vietnam. Pho. Pho. Maybe some banh mi too. But pho. Oh, that's the first thing I'm gonna eat when I go to Vietnam. First thing, touchdown Vietnam. Where's the best pho place? Where is it? Let's go to the street. Let's go on the street. Let's go onto the street. Just sit on this, tiny little stool. And we're just gonna eat. Whatever. Bun cha, whatever it is. We're gonna eat it. Like the food in Canada, like what's our food? What is our Canadian food? What is it? What is our Canadian food? Do we have a Canadian food? Well, we have poutine, but yeah, our food is boring. Our food is literally everybody else's food. Canadian bacon? Maybe Truex Storm. I mean, what is defined as a Canadian food? Between 2010 and 2020, I don't know how many times I've had pho. I don't know how many times I've had different types of noodles. I've had cold noodles, hot noodles, noodles that came on the side like skimming and they dip in the soup. But let's just fast forward. Let's fast forward to now. Let's fast forward to 2024. All right, we just went through the pandemic. By the way, during the pandemic, I was dying. Like, I was literally dying that I didn't get any pho. Like I think it was like a good 6 months or so where I didn't get any pho. I was dying. But let's fast forward today. All right. Today, I like to go out and buy certain types of nudes and try them out. Try different kinds. So one of my main ones was Nongshim. Nongshim was the brand for me for even before the pandemic. Like it went from Mr. Noodles to Nongshim. And I think that was it. Like Nongshim, I used to buy a whole packs of Nongshim noodles and put some water in there, put it in the microwave for like 3 minutes, and then you're good. You're good to go. My love for noodles really brought out a fun way to interact with people on Twitch. People didn't expect when they redeemed Slurp Nudes, Blasian, that I would have noodles right there, right beside me. They wouldn't. They didn't expect it. They did not expect me to have noodles right beside me. I think I started introducing nudes, my noodle redeem at around 200 followers, I think, or something. I remember doing it way early. It was like one of my first redeems that was popular. Same with the ASMR redeem. I used to have a redeem called Watch Me Do ASMR for 20 minutes or so, or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And people have the option to increase the ASMR. It was that and my nudes that was really surprising people. When people redeemed it, they didn't expect me to have the noodles ready to go. They did not expect it. They did not expect me to have noodles literally right here, right beside me, ready to slurp. It took people quite aback. I mean, I had comments, people typing in the chat saying that, oh my God, I didn't expect you to have noodles ready to go. I'm like, yeah. Why would you have a noodle redeem and not have noodles ready to go? Not many people have this redeem on their channels. You know, how many people have slurp them nudes on their channel? I have not come across not one. I haven't come across one, not one channel on Twitch that has that redeem. If you have that redeem, let me know. Or if you know anybody, if you know any streamer or anybody who has that redeem on their channel, let me know. I would like to go. I would like to know who else has slurp them nudes redeem on their channel. I would like to know. Because I have not seen one. Not one. Not one. I'm happy to say that I'm one of the only ones to have a noodle redeem on my channel. You know, I like to include food on my channel. You know, a lot of people don't like to slurp nudes or like to eat on stream, and that's fine. That's okay. A lot of people don't like to see, or like they're not comfortable eating in front of other people, especially people on stream. You know, they're not comfortable, and that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. You know, you do whatever is comfortable. Some people like to go to their be right back screen and be like, I'm gonna slurp noodles off stream. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not like that. You know me, I'm not like that. You know, I like to slurp them right there, right in front of you. I like to get that close up on me while I'm slurping them nudes. You know, anybody who is a noodle lover, which is pretty much a majority of people, you know, I respect. I think the only people that have noodle redeems are people who are like on food categories. You know, I feel as though the noodle redeem during my ASMR streams are way more popular than my regular noodle redeem, because there's something about slurping nudes in ASMR that relaxes people. I don't know what it is. It doesn't relax me. I can't listen to food eating ASMR, especially nude eating ASMR. I can't. When someone's slurping nudes, I can't listen to that in the ASMR and like relax. You know? You love udon? Oh, nice. With Naruto seaweed and pork in it? Oh. I was saying earlier, Mochi, that anime was really a big influence in my love for nudes. It literally is. Anime is one of my biggest influences when it comes to slurping noodles. Because in every single like Japanese anime, you always have some dude or some female like fucking go to town, like fucking slurping that, getting the bowl up and fucking going like, all right. Let's all watch this. Let me give you all some context to this video that we're about to watch. Okay, let me give you some context. Okay, so yeah, this is Robin. Okay. So here's what's gonna happen here. All right, to anybody who's listening, we're about to watch a video where these sumo wrestlers go into this noodle shop, and I don't know, it's one of their popular videos. So if you just look up on YouTube, sumo wrestlers slurping noodles, this is the video that will pop up 100%. It has like 6.3 million views, and my God, these motherfuckers, they fucking go in there and they slurp the fuck out of these noodles. I could not stop watching this. I swear on my life, this is one of the most addicting videos I've ever seen. It makes me want to go to Japan and just slurp nudes. It literally makes me want to go to Japan and slurp nudes. We're gonna watch it, and anybody who's listening right now, bear with me. I will explain what's happening. So, literally, there's a whole bunch. There's like maybe 8 of them, 8 big, maybe 200 plus pound sumo wrestlers walking into a noodle like restaurant, right? And these guys are thick. Like these, I feel sorry for these chefs, but they're ready. They're gonna make bank off of these sumo wrestlers that just came in. They probably shut down the restaurant just for these sumo wrestlers. They are not serving anyone else. They are closed. They are closed for the day, for the night. They are closed. They're pretty much serving for 100 people in there. Might as well. You're a hefty mofo. I constantly cook mac and cheese and ate raw noodles. Oh my god, mac and cheese. I used to eat mac and cheese. I used to put what do you call them? Hot dogs in my mac and cheese and put ketchup on mac and cheese, and I got hated for it. I got hated for putting hot dogs and ketchup on my mac and cheese, man. Well, oh my god. How they slurp them nudes, man. Oh my goodness. Mac and cheese, hot dogs, ketchup. Got hated on it? I don't give a fuck. Oh my god. How they slurp too. They're fucking, oh. Oh man. Making sweet love to the balls. The way they look, listen. Sumos have a way of eating. Sumos have a way of eating and slurping. All right, they have a way. They got a way with. It's like an art to them. You know, eating as a sumo is probably one of the most. It's part of their culture. Food is part of their culture. It's part of their way of life. They can't. Obviously, you can't live without it. They need it. You cannot be a sumo without eating. You can't. There's no starving yourself to death type of sumo. There's no, bulimic, anorexic sumos. There's none. None of that. It's literally, if you cannot eat food, if you cannot eat an abundance of food, don't even bother being a sumo. Don't even bother. Literally. No point. No point. It's very rare to see sumos not eat anything. Actually, it's impossible. It's impossible. They have to eat. Have to. I can watch this all day. I can watch people slurp nudes all day. I just love nudes. I just love slurping nudes. I need to stop this. 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 This is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you all get my point, right? To whoever is listening, you all get my point. The slurpier the noodle, the better the taste. Okay? Let me just say that for the people in the back. The slurpier the noodle, the better the taste. Is a sex podcast next week? Let's go. You know what? You want to do a poll? Let's do a poll, everybody. Let's do it. Let's do a poll, shall we? Let me know if you can see the poll. The poll's like covering me. So if you want to see, if you want to see one of the three, so vote 1, 2, or 3. So 1 for positivity, 2 for gaming, and 3 for sex. All right. So, hey. We get 3. Okay, obviously Truex Storm said 3. Oh, Maury said 1. Ghost says 2. Oh, here we go. If no one's gonna decide, then I will decide for you. Who's gonna break the tiebreaker? It's between positivity, gaming, or sex. Which one would you like me to talk about next week? You would do 3, but why? I had to change? Why? You can only vote once. Once you vote, that's it. Okay, so be careful, everybody. Be careful. Who wants to break the tiebreaker? Who wants to break it? All right, this is a 3-minute poll. We just need one more person to vote. We need one more. Maury, you can't vote. Stop voting. Why are you voting? Stop voting. You're trolling now. Y'all trolling. Stop trolling. Okay. Wait, man, one of you could have chose either 1, 2, or 3, and one of you each chose 1, 2, and 3. What? we could have. This could have been a done deal. Now we gotta wait. Or if the poll closes beforehand, then I will choose. I will choose what we're gonna talk about next week. Okay. I'm gonna choose. We gotta make it a tie. Yeah, you just had to make it a tie. You just had to make it a tie. Had to. Okay. Hey, you know what? This is the thing. I should warn people next time that once you vote, you vote. You know, so be careful when you put a number in, because you never know. Yeah. Place's choice: positive sex while gaming. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. This is a tough one. Because if I had to choose, you got go to the washroom. Go to the washroom. God damn it! Y'all making this tiebreaker tough. I'm telling you. I got a lot to talk about. I got tons to talk about. Oh, Trent voted. Oh, here we go. Trent voted. Okay. So Trent wants to see gaming. Trent with the tiebreaker. Hey, you know what? Well, now there has to be a tie. Oh my God. No way. Jane? What are you doing? Oh my God. She just comes in with the clutch. Oh man. Oh my God, this woman. Okay, so it's between gaming and sex. That's it. Between gaming and sex. I don't know how long the poll's going to be. I don't know how much time you guys got left here. I'm not going to do another one. No. Okay. Well, we'll do sex next week. All right. Well, yeah, I know. If nobody else voted, if like Jane didn't vote, I would have said gaming. I would have said gaming. It would have been done. It would have been okay. We done. It's over. But we're gonna do sex talk next week. I already know it's gonna be a popular one. I already know. I got lots to talk about. Thank you very much, everybody. And to anybody who's listening on any audio platform like Spotify or YouTube or whatever, thank you very much for listening. Take care, everybody, and spread that love and positivity. I'll see you next time. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.